Okay, let's get started. Open Procreate, open a screen size canvas. Let's start with the water. I have already prepared the color palette for this painting, but if you want to use the same colors, you can find the details in the description down below. So let's start with this dark color for the water and fill the layer with that color. Start a new layer and choose the monoline brush, which is available in the calligraphy section, and let's reduce the opacity of the new layer to about 70%, and then pick a darker color. We're going to draw some circles. Let's increase the brush size to about 20% and keep the opacity, let's say, about 70%. Draw a circle. It's not a circle. Let's edit the shape, make it a circle, and then fill the circle with the color. Let's draw another circle. Edit the shape, make it a circle, fill it with the color, and repeat the process. Draw a few more circles of different sizes and fill them all with the same color. Okay, we're done with the circles, but this seems a little too dark for me, so I'm going to reduce the opacity to, let's say, about 45%. Now we're going to create some shadows for these circles. So duplicate the layer and then go to the adjustments button, select the hue, saturation, brightness, increase the brightness to, let's say, about 60%. Now we have two layers of these circles and we're going to try and make this look like a shadow. So click the transform tool, make sure the snapping is turned off. It should be in white, not blue. Try to move the selection towards this direction slightly. Now you can see the bottom layer with the darker color is also visible. The top layer is a little brighter. Now this makes it look like shadows. Now let's start creating the leaves. Start a new layer and then go to the color palette and pick a green, any green you want. I'm picking this one. Maybe I should make it a little brighter. So we're going to draw some leaves. So we're going to use the monoline brush again. Draw a circle, edit the shape and make it a circle. Fill the circle. Now let's choose the eraser tool, 6% size, monoline brush. Draw a line on the circle so that it looks like a leaf. You can probably try and change the shape and erase that. Let's choose the script brush for a finer line. Keep the size to 3% and then try to erase like this around the leaf. Insert a new layer and activate clipping mask and choose a darker color, and let's choose the soft blend airbrush. So we're going to give some shading to make the leaf look a little 3D, not too much, just a little bit. So I'm going to choose a darker shade and reduce the opacity to about 40% and shade just in the middle, and that's it. Now I'm going to duplicate this leaf so that I can put some more leaves around this area. So in order to do that, I'm going to choose the selection tool and make sure the rectangle option is selected, and I will draw a rectangle around this leaf. Now only the leaf is selected, so I'm going to copy paste this leaf upon itself. So I press the copy paste button. Now the leaf is copied and pasted as a new layer. You can see that here. So I'm going to move that around. I'm going to copy the leaves multiple times, change the sizes so that they don't look the same, rotate them so that they are at a different angle, and I'm covering a lot of area with leaves. So you can replicate as many leaves as you want. Okay, so now we have got a lot of leaves done. So we have so many leaves as you can see, and I'm going to merge all of them into one layer. So select each layer and press merge down, and everything is merged into one layer. You can also merge the water and the bubbles and shadows into one layer if you want, and you can rename the layer as water. Now I'm going to duplicate the leaves layer to create shadows for the leaves. So I'm selecting the bottom leaf layer and going to the adjustment tool. Turn the saturation down and turn the brightness down so that it becomes completely dark. And then now use the transformation tool. Select the whole layer and move it a little to the side so that it looks like shadow. And turn down the opacity to, let's say, about 50% so that it doesn't look too dark. Now we can merge the two layers into one and then maybe rename the layer as leaves. Look at my handwriting. I'm really proud of my handwriting. Okay, now we are going to create some ripples. So start a new layer, and for the ripples I'm going to choose a light gray color. So any gray is fine. It should be a little lighter than the water. So I'm going to go with this one. And to draw the ripples, I'm going to just make some simple circles. So start with a monoline brush circle. It's not perfect, so edit the shape, make it a circle. And then I'm going to draw one more circle, a smaller circle inside the first circle. Edit the shape, make it a circle. See to that it's somewhat aligned to the center of the bigger circle. And let's do one more smaller circle at the middle. Edit the shape, make it a circle. So our first ripple is ready. Now you know you're going to replicate these ripples, make copies of them. So go to the selection tool, make sure the rectangle is selected and draw a rectangle around the ripple. Copy paste it. We have a duplicate now. So use the transform tool, move it to the other side, maybe make it a little smaller. Do the same thing, form a few more ripples as much as you would like. Move it around, change the size. You know the drill. Now we have so many layers of the ripples. Let's merge them all down to one layer so that we can form the shadows for the ripples. So duplicate this layer, choose the bottom layer, go to the adjustment tool, reduce the saturation, reduce the brightness all the way down so that it becomes dark. Now use the transform tool and move the shadows a little bit to the side and reduce the opacity down to about, let's say, 20% or 25 if you like. Alright, so let's now merge the ripples with the shadows and then probably rename the layer as ripples. Oh, why does it show R in lowercase? That's okay. Maybe I'll rename it. Try it again. I want it to be in uppercase. Let's see. There you go. Ah, why is there a space?